up, BookTube? Today I'm going to be doing the rapid fire book tag. I've seen this tag around on BookTube for a little while now, and although I haven't been tagged to do it, I thought it would be something really fun and really quick, which is good because I don't have a lot of time to film anymore because of university and other commitments that I've got, so a tag that I can film really quickly is a really good one in my book, so this is why I'm doing the tag. I also won't be tagging anybody because I think that a lot of people have already done the tag, but if you haven't done the tag and you want to do it, then consider yourself tagged. If you don't know what the rapid fire book tag is, basically it's 24 questions that you pretty much answer as quickly as you can, and the idea is to just sort of pick the first thing that comes into your head. So here we go. Question 1, ebook or physical book? Definitely physical book because I love the feel of books in your hand and you just don't get that when you read an ebook. Question number 2, paperback or hardback? Hardback to look at, paperback for convenience. Honestly, reading a hardback just sucks, especially when you drop it and it lands on your head.
I haven't done that before, what?
Question 3, online or in-store book shopping? I prefer in-store book shopping because you can, pick up the book, you can get a feel for it, you can see how many pages it is, and online book shopping just doesn't really have that same sort of book to human interaction that I like. But, living in Australia, the bookstores we have suck and they are so expensive, so I do tend to buy a lot of books online. Question number 4, trilogies or series? I'm gonna go with series here because you get to spend more time in the world that you love, but, sometimes trilogies can be a really good thing. Other times you read a trilogy and you're like, you should have been one book or maybe a trilogy, like you did not need to be a trilogy. And then the same thing can also happen in reverse. You read a trilogy and you go, I could have spent so much more time in this world with these characters, you could have been a series. Question 5, heroes or villains? Villains, provided they are written really well and are really misunderstood, like Avon from the Midorian Chronicles or Sebastian from the Mortal Instrument series, not Voldemort or Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter. So the villains are like them, then I go with heroes, but for the most part, I'm a real sucker for bad boys and villains, so. Question number 6, a book you want everyone to read. Akane by Lynette Noni. I'm not even going to go into what this book is about because I have mentioned it in literally every single video that I have ever done, so. Question number 7, recommend an underrated book.
I'm not sure I have one.
So for this question, I'm going with a series rather than a book, and that is the 100 series by Cass Morgan. So basically, you may recognize the 100 from the CW TV show because obviously, it is a CW TV show, but the books are, yes, they are completely different from the TV show, but that's because the TV show was picked up before the book was actually published. So basically, they just sort of took the premise and some of the characters and kept them the same. But other than that, it's completely different. And honestly, this series is so good. Like, I absolutely love the books to death. I love the show too, but the books are just something really special. So everyone needs to read these books. Also, you should read them really soon because I found out that Cass Morgan is writing a 4th book and I'm so excited. Question 8, what's the last book you finished? All the Bright Places by Jennifer Neven. Question number 9, what's the last book you bought? Glass Door by Victoria Aveyard. It's still got the price tag on it. Question 10, weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark. I don't really like to use odd things as a bookmark that aren't a bookmark, but the weirdest thing I have used would be a plane ticket, simply because every time I'm on a plane, I pretty much usually will read a book and I don't have anywhere to put the plane ticket, so it goes in the book. Question number 11, used books, yes or no? Yes, but I don't often buy them. Question 12, top 3 favorite genres. Fantasy, contemporary, science fiction? I don't know, the only science fiction books I've ever read are the Fifth Wave trilogy, and I enjoyed the Fifth Wave. Question number 13, borrow or buy? Buy, definitely. I like to expand my book collection. Question number 14, characters or plot? It kind of depends, but usually I would go with characters because obviously if I'm not invested in certain characters, then I'm unlikely to continue on reading just for the plot. But there have been the odd occasion where the plot has been so good that I can sort of look past the characters, so long as it's not all of them. So I can probably deal with if it's only like 1 or 2 characters that I'm not really into, but if it's all of them, then we have a problem. Question 15, long or short books? So again, this kind of depends on the book for me. Some books I would love to be so much longer than they are because I think that I could spend so much more time with the characters and with the world, but on the opposite end of the spectrum, some longer books definitely could have been shorter. Question 16, long or short chapters? I'm gonna have to go with short chapters on this one simply because the shorter the chapters are, like the faster you think you're flying through the book. You can sit there and you go, oh, just one more chapter, and when it only takes you like 10 minutes to read, you go, oh, just one more. But when the chapters are a bit longer, then they kind of drag on, you kind of go, oh, when is this gonna end? And it just, it makes the book drag on a bit. Question 17, name the first 3 books you think of. First 3 books I think of, A Court of Thorns and Roses, Throne of Glass, and Akane. The amusing thing is I've only read 2 of those books, but they're all on my favourite shelf, so that's why I thought of them. Question 18, books that make you cry or laugh. Probably books that make me cry, probably because I've only really read 1 book that made me laugh, and it really wasn't that great of a book, so Question 19, our world or fictional worlds? Definitely fictional worlds, because I mean, I read to get away from the real world, so why would I want to read a book about the real world? In saying that though, like, I do enjoy books that are set in our world, that I do enjoy contemporaries, but I prefer to read about other worlds. Question 20, audiobooks, yes or no? Again, this one kind of depends. So I've only really listened to one audiobook before, and that was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So obviously I'd already read it before I started reading the audiobook, and the only reason I did was because we were on holiday and I didn't want to carry around like the massive book. I do like them, but I do think that I prefer reading like the book, having it in my hand, to audiobooks. Question 21, do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes, and anyone who says they don't is lying. Question 22, book to TV or book to movie adaptations? Usually I want to say book to movie, because I think that they do them, well, they can sometimes do them better. So for example, obviously the Harry Potter series, fantastic as a movie series, but then on the complete opposite end, we've got, you know, movies like Divergent, which are just terrible, but then we do have TV show that I don't know, it's hard to pick. Question 23, a movie or TV adaptation you prefer to the book? I don't really know, because the only sort of books that I've read I've really loved, well, the only movies or TV show adaptations I've seen I really love the book. You know what, okay, let's go with Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. I prefer the TV series adapted by Marlene King than the book series written by Sarah Shepard. I do enjoy the book series, but I think the TV series is just like a million times better. Question 24, series or standalones? So again, I'm gonna have to go with series on this one, because you just get to spend so much more time in the world and with the characters, but there definitely have been situations where books have just sort of dragged on and you go, this definitely could have been all wrapped up in one book. Like, come on, people. So there we go. That is the rapid fire book tag. Very, very quick, very simple. I hope, I'm really not sure. I really enjoyed doing this tag. It was a lot of fun to sort of get to challenge myself and think,
Do I prefer audiobooks or do I prefer physical books? Ebooks, characters, plot, what? Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.